Hello groupies, and welcome back to Form Therapy. I am the video channel producer, you can call me PD, and today we are checking out the debut of a brand new boy group called ONEUS and their music video, Valkyrie. I know absolutely nothing about this going in, so we're just gonna dive right into this. Join me. This is your Form of Therapy. Well, I haven't seen this set utilized in a long time. Kind of reminds me of 21's Fire. Ooh, okay. Alright, so this is a really well produced debut music video, I gotta admit. See, I thought they were making classic music video mistakes, but they're actually... that was clever. They're actually finding great ways to actually combat traditional music video tropes that people use. Although I feel like the choreography doesn't meet up to the intensity of the actual song. Wow. Okay, visually, I think this is honestly a 10 out of 10. Oh, there's more. Okay, there's like a whole minute left to this video. So for a debut music video, that was fantastic. In fact, just for a music video in general, this was actually really well produced. There are several elements to the music video, both production-wise, camera work-wise, and visually that is just absolutely tantalizing. And we'll get into that afterwards when we do like a visual breakdown of the music video. That's something we started recently doing on the channel, sort of going to a step-by-step process of visually breaking down the different elements of the music video. And I don't think I'm necessarily going to do it for every music video I watch. You know, some videos, it might not warrant that. Some videos just might not be that interesting, honestly. But any videos that I do think are particularly interesting, I will be breaking down, and we're going to be doing that in a little bit. But I want to talk about the song. I feel like a revamp and a rework of like sort of like early 2010s sort of EDM song, especially with the very prominent guitar sound. I feel like this is kind of like an old school Avicii type EDM song. You know, nowadays in the K-pop scene, there are so many groups left and right, boy group, girl group, and I just feel like it's hard to get excited about every single group based on originality in music, because so many concepts are basically rehashes of old ones. And you know, that's not to say this is anything original. Honestly, this is a very tried genre in music. There was nothing particularly different about this group. And so when it comes to new debuts, really the only way you can make yourself stand out is by having members that stand out. It's all based on talent nowadays, and there is a double-edged sword to that. It does mean that there is a lot of genericism in the K-pop scene, but it also does mean that those who are truly talented really stand out. And I think these guys, ONEUS, really stand out. You know, it's hard to get very excited about new debuts, but this one really caught my attention. And I think the song's momentum is probably my favorite part. It's one of those songs where it moves so fast you don't realize that it's already over. You know, by the time this was actually over and it did that long prolonged outro, I just thought that kind of wasn't enough, and I kind of wished that the song was longer, but it was already honestly a modest amount. So I think that's honestly a great sign for a song. And like I said, the members here really stood out to me, and I will also go over that when we're doing the breakdown. In fact, let's just get into that right now. So this set right here, this set that we're seeing, let's go with a different color. This set that we're seeing right here, it reminds me of, I was saying earlier, it reminds me of the Fire set from 21. I think the space version of the music video. Haven't seen this utilized in a while. So that was a great transition right there, where he flips up and then it's the polar opposite of the shot, so the guy's upside down, right? And instead of just cutting to a shot where, okay, he's right side up now, they actually stick with the upside down shot until he changes it. That's great. Again, it's not anything innovative or new, but it's just the little touches like that that make a music video special. Now, okay, this is where I started to get worried. This is where I started to worry that this music video was maybe going to fall into genericism. This layout right here alone, I'm not a fan of this style. So first of all, you're going to notice it's a very enclosed space that they're actually dancing in, and I'll cut to another shot. But I'm not a fan of, look how bleak and drab and boring this set is. It looks like something out of, like, I don't know, a post-apocalyptic young adult novel or movie like The Hunger Games or Divergent. It's just aesthetically not pleasing to the eye. And a lot of groups tend to be doing this nowadays because it's very minimalistic and it's very cheap to orchestrate a set like this. See, this shot's too tight, in my opinion. When it comes to dance groups, like, the dance group really shouldn't fill up this much of the frame. The wider the shot, the more epic the choreo looks. And that's actually one of maybe the criticisms I actually have about this debut. It's not the group itself. I just felt like the way that this was filmed, it did not highlight their choreography as well as it could have. But the editing and camera work is great here. Like, even when he went like this, so I'm going to show you an editing tip right here. So, as it transitions to the next guy. So it's this shot of a guy. It's a close-up. Now, usually you go with the far shot and then you go into a close-up, but they start with the close-up and then they cut to a wider shot. It's like a reverse punch cut. It creates like this more impactful effect, and it matches his hand motion too. It's as if he punched the camera. So that's, if you know, for any future editors out there, if you ever want to make transitions more dynamic, you don't just cut to a next shot. You can just splice it together like that. There's a lot of cool transitions here, like the elevator transition, the transition past him. Okay, I realized what this reminds me of. It reminds me of ONEUS W's Deja Vu a lot. It's not the same, it doesn't sound necessarily similar, but the style, the aesthetic of it is very similar. So this is when I start realizing, oh, maybe they're actually doing something different, because again, the traditional setup of this boring background is here, but now they've added this interesting laser light, all right? And they've been adding it for a little while. They have that tracer light going back and forth. This right here, the light that's scanning them across the room, that is what makes this less generic, okay? I think any other music video, it would have just been these guys dancing in this boring-ass plain room. And even look at the color design of their outfits here. I mean, it bleeds in with the background. There is hardly a difference. And what makes them pop is the skin tone, the yellows, and then the actual light scanning right there. So this is actually really clever. They're going for a more muted concept, and they're having only several elements actually pop out of the screen. Also a dope transition. Seriously, the transition in this music video, all over the place. It's very wild, but it's very good. And so now we actually evolve on the scene a little bit more. We have the same exact room. They're shooting in the same exact room, but they're finding ways to keep it interesting. And they added this geometric structure of what looks like an upside down pyramid, and with shards of glass or ice coming out that's colored. It's got different hues of blue to it. This is really cool, and it illuminates the scene really well too. Isn't that similar to ONEUS W? I think that's what it might be, the footwork. I love what they do with the lighting here. In several different shots, not just this one, they have the lighting actually go through the guy, through their heart. It's an interesting visual. And even here, you see the white and black opposites example between the two guys right here as well. It's just visually very aesthetically pleasing. You've got the guy with the dark hair and the black outfit, with the bright hair and the white outfit. Now I actually wonder if this shot is actually legit or if they're using wires. Like, I don't know if this guy actually can bend down like this naturally. If he can, that's dope. I would love to see like a live stage version of that. And then you got the shot with the falling sparks. That's cool too. I love how they're utilizing the overhead lights here. Like sort of like these club lights. Alright, so in my opinion, this is a group that is honestly sold by very, very good camera work, very good music video production. I thought it was gonna fall into the typical boy group trope of having a desaturated music video in like a grungy setting. I mean, yeah, the video is largely desaturated, but they took a grungy setting and they found ways to actually make it really interesting. And so the big VIP in this music video goes to the lighting. I think the lighting was probably the biggest asset to this music video, and their way to make this music video on the cheap but make it look visually interesting. If you think about it, they did have a lot of location changes, which means they did have money, but they also shot in the same scenes a lot. But they shot in the same scenes and they made it different. They brought in different forms of lighting. They had the scanner lighting effect, and then they had the sort of overhead club lighting effect, and then they actually had the geometric glowing pyramid art piece on the wall. They found, I think, 3 to 5 different uses out of one scene. That is honestly smart filmmaking. I'm actually really impressed by this music video. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed my reaction and review of Valkyrie by ONEUS. What did you think about the music video and song and their debut? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, thank you to our monthly groupies who support me on Patreon. Your monthly patronage allows me to continue doing this full time. If you'd like to support me and you like what I do, go to patreon.com/formatherapy. For as little as $2, you get early access to reaction videos like this and more. However, if you can't support me monetarily, that's completely fine. Why don't you just go ahead and click like down below over here. I was about to choose the wrong area. Or go ahead and click subscribe over here. Turn on the notification bell if you're new. And if you want, go ahead and check out all my other videos over here.